Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing this morning? Happy Tuesday. It's so good to see all of you all bright and early this morning. Renee, good morning, good morning. Yeah, what a wonderful day it is. It's nice and cool. Y'all see I got on a hoodie out here. It's a little bit cooler. I'm still cool in the hoodie, but I know, come on now, get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way. Wow, wow. That was a squirrel. And it stopped in front of me. And it didn't run. Okay. I don't know if something's wrong with it or not, but squirrels and wild animals like that, when they hear you coming, they move on out the way. That was just stood there. I had to kind of stop. Like, come on now. Oh my God. That was a little different. Oh my God, my God. Oh, I am tired already, y'all. That's because I haven't been walking for the last couple of days. And Roseanne, hello, hello, hello. I don't know if you all can tell, but I don't have my weighted vest on today. And I also don't know if I told you all, but a couple of weeks ago, when I got finished with my live, what I typically do when I get back home is I go straight to my garden and do whatever I need to do out there. So, not last Tuesday, but Tuesday before last, I finished my walk, went home, went to the garden, and I failed. And I failed. Failed. Fell hard. My leg went up under that big. I don't know if y'all seen how many of you all follow me on my gardening channel, but that big metal long container that I have that sits in the middle of my garden now. My leg went under that. I fell backwards onto one of my bigger brown pots that have my fruit trees in it. And I caught myself between a trestle and another red pot. And then I kind of got stuck. I wasn't literally stuck, but I had a choice. I never actually hit the ground. I was probably about maybe a foot or less from the ground, but that's because there's a narrow path between the large green container and my other pots. So it wasn't enough room for me to just fall completely without getting caught onto those pots. So I sat there and I don't have as much strength in my right arm as I do my left arm. That's been like that since I was a teenager because I actually have bursitis in my right arm. It acts up occasionally, but it doesn't really bother me for the most part. But because of that, it's just not as strong, even though I'm right handed. So I'm laying there, I fell to the right side, which is really not a bad thing. You kind of think, well, man, if I had fell to the left side, I would have been better because it's the stronger side. But if I had hurt myself falling on the left side, then both my sides would be hurt. So it is what it is. But I fell to the right and I sat there. Literally, I wish I could have had a camera. I literally sat there, propped up on the pot, half off the ground, legs stuck up under the other container. And I'm thinking, literally sitting there thinking, okay, you got a choice. I couldn't call nobody because although I take my phone everywhere I go, I rarely go to the bathroom without my phone because I always say anything can happen. You can fall. I'm telling this to my husband. Anything can happen. You can fall or anything, and you can't call anybody. Okay, so I fall. The reason I couldn't call anybody was because I was recording for you all on my gardening channel, so my phone was on the tripod. I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and I said to myself, okay, you got a choice. You can let yourself go all the way to the ground and then get up because I wasn't physically hurt at that point, or so I thought. Or he said, you can muster up whatever little strength you got on this right side and you can push yourself on up and get on up. I chose to push myself on up and get on up. I was not going all the way to the ground. Well, I had just watered. So it was muddy. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I should cross right here so I can go these steps. I was thinking to myself, okay, well, if you fall, go all the way down. Then you got to go in the house. You got to change clothes. You got to clean up. You got to do this. You got to do that. Me being lazy, not wanting to do all that. I said, okay, let me go ahead and get myself up. So that's what I did. And I felt fine. I kept working in the garden. I went on about my business for a week. That whole week went on by my business, and half of the next week. And then it happened. Oh my God. My back started hurting, and it still hurts. It's hurting now while I'm walking, but I'm a little hard headed when it comes to movement. I'm a little hard headed. So I Tylenol and I keep it moving. Tylenol wear off. I'm like, oh my God. Now that's why they tell people though, I had delayed reaction. That's why they tell people if you're in an accident or if you have a fall or something, especially if it's like not on your property, it's in a public place or something, go to the doctor or the hospital within 24 to 48 hours. Best advice ever. I wasn't going my personally 24, 48 hours, 2 months. I'm going. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, the reason they say that is because not because people get up and they say, oh, the same thing I said, oh, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm not hurt anything else. And then it hits you down the road. And that's the reason that you really want to go to the doctor or something because you need to document it. So if you do start having pain or whatever, it's documented. All right. So it's not about you feeling bad or you're hurt. You can walk in there and be like, I fell. I just want to, get a little checkup, just make sure everything's okay. But it's documented, especially if it's at work, a building. Don't hesitate. Go ahead. But, I'm in my own house. So I just wasn't going. Anyway, that's why I don't have my weighted vest on because I couldn't get the weighted vest. My back hurt too bad for me to put that weighted vest on. Now, if I had gotten it on, I probably would have been okay. Maybe. But I said, okay, just go walk. Just go walk. So I've been walking and I've been doing everything else and I'm good. But it does hurt. It's on my right side, right below my shoulder blade. So it'll heal. I know everybody say, get rest, get rest. And I've been resting, but there's only so much resting I can do. Yes, we need to get you a second phone. I mean, man, if I had had a second phone, it would have been in my pocket because I carry it wherever I go. And I would have been able to just reach in my pocket. My husband was right inside upstairs. I could have called him and say, come down here and help me. I fell. If I had started screaming, he probably still would have heard me, but so would the neighbors and everybody else. Yes, hello, Karen. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Pam. Hey, is that Janine? Good morning. Good morning. Haley is in the house. Hey, Wanda. Good morning. Yes, Dandelion is in the house. And Curry. Yes, Mrs. Twist. What's that say? I'm gonna just say Miss Twist because the chat is small, so I can't really see it. So anybody that I missed, Blessings this morning. Blessings is blessings. And I guess you all saw my title says Embrace Change. It had nothing to do with the fall. I was just telling y'all about the fall. But it is becoming fall. It is getting cool. Oh, the moon is still out. I wonder if y'all can see that. Where is it? Can y'all see that moon? It's right above the trees over there. See that dot? That looks like a dot right above the trees. Let's see. Can y'all see that dot? That's the moon. Moon is still out, y'all. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, it's so pretty. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And no sun quite yet. I don't know if the sun's coming out today or not. But at any rate, fall is coming. When fall comes, I always think about change. The leaves are changing, the times are changing. Just a few weeks ago, I was getting up around 5:15, 5:30 to get out here by 6:30 because that was sunrise. Now sunrise is just past 7, 7:01, 7:02, something like that. And so time is changing. It's cooler. I literally have on a sweatshirt. And I'm so glad I have on a sweatshirt today. And I start to just wear a long sleeve t-shirt. Because when you're walking, you start getting warmer and hotter. But something told me, put on your sweatshirt, especially since your back is uh not feeling well. You want to keep it a little bit warmer than usual. But I'm actually very comfortable in the sweatshirt this morning. But change is coming, and we have to embrace that change. And sometimes, as fall comes in, it's also a sign to change some of the things we're doing. Sometimes we change the decor in our home. We go from maybe a summer wreath on the door to a fall wreath on the door. We have fall colors. You see the trees changing of the leaves in the season. And it's a good time for us to embrace change and declutter, not just our homes and our drawers and our closets, but maybe even declutter our life, declutter some of the people in our life. Because everybody that seems to be for you is not necessarily for you. So when we think of decluttering, we always think of, oh, let me look and see what I can get rid of. But do you do that in your personal life? Do you do that in your quote unquote friend circle? Okay? Because sometimes, even in decluttering people, and obligations, declutter your obligations. You can't be the one person for everybody and everything. And fall is a good time to take inventory in your life and make note of the things that are prohibiting you from becoming the best you, prohibiting you from doing the things that you not only need to do, but maybe want to do, prohibiting you from really nurturing and taking care of yourself first and other priorities that may be in your own life. Fall is a wonderful time for that. We always think about doing it at the first of the year when it's quote unquote New Year's resolution. You don't need a new year to have a resolution. You don't need a new year to have a revelation. You don't need a new year to make a change. Change is going to come. That's why we have no control over the seasons and the change. None whatsoever. No matter how much we may like summer and spring, when fall comes, the leaves will change and they shed all of the leaves that are no good to the foundation of the tree. They shed their leaves because the roots need to expand, make room, and get ready to grow new leaves. And sometimes we need to shed things in our life. We all have it. We all have it. You've got that person that constantly is calling on you when they can even call upon themselves, let alone anyone else. The word no is a fascinating word. It's a powerful word, but it's also a word of peace. It's a word of comfort because when you learn to say no, when you learn to get rid of the trash that's in your life, we take out the trash in our home every day, every other day, once a week. However often you take out the trash, you take it out. So now, why would you not take out the trash in your life? Okay? Trash piles up in your life just like it piles up in your home. And you have to decide sometimes, even with the trash in your home, what's trash and what's not trash? What can I recycle? What can I reuse? And what just simply needs to go? And sometimes we need to do that with people in our life, with obligations in our life. If saying yes to everyone and everything, I don't care, even if it's your job, and you are the one that they are constantly coming to work overtime, to stay just a little bit longer, to come in just a little bit earlier. And you're always saying yes. That's one reason why they always ask you because they feel like they can count on you. But at what cost? At what cost are you saying yes? Okay? Is it costing you your peace? Is it costing you your comfort? Is it disrupting your family dynamic because you're agreeing to do something for someone else? One of the hardest things, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go because I'm not going to walk as far as I've been walking simply because I don't want to overdo it with my back. But, and I was already out here walking before I came on live. However, the one thing that you want to realize is that sometimes people call upon you just because you can, just because you are the one that will. Sometimes the things they call upon you for, they could do themselves. You have to know that you cannot be everything to everyone. That's not saying you have to turn everything down. It says you have to make a choice. Is it the choices you're making? Are they coming at the cost of your peace? Are they coming at the cost of your family? Is it coming at the cost of between you and your spouse, you and your significant other, you and your boyfriend, you and your child, you and your sister, you and your brother? Is it coming at a cost? And you're saying, oh, well, they need me. I need to go. No, you don't. And I want you to analyze something. Analyze what would happen if the tables were turned. I want you to make a note of everybody in every situation that you can think of that would fall in the reverse. In other words, do you have a sister, brother, aunt, cousin, friend, neighbor, coworker, anyone that calls upon you what feels like every single day of the week, all the time? They need you to do this. You got to run this. They're having a party, but they need you to set up. They need you, they need you, they need you. I want you to write that person's down. And if it's a situation, even your job, and every time you look up, they want you to stay and do overtime. But there's 10 more people in there doing the same job, and they don't ask them to do overtime. Sometimes it's not a matter of misuse, it's a matter of you just letting them do it. So I want you to write that down. Then I want you to intentionally flip the script. If you have an individual, I'll say, that's constantly calling upon you, I want you to find a reason to call upon them. And not just once, as consistently as they call upon you, I want you to call upon them for a while. Make something up. You need something from the grocery store and you just can't get out to get it. Can they go get it and bring it to you? Whatever it is that they would ask of you, I want you to ask of them. When it comes to your job, I want you to be gingerly with this one. But even them, if you have a job that's constantly asking you to stay after work, come in early, I want you to try something. And you don't have to actually do it. But I want you to go to your superior, your boss, and tell them, Monday or Tuesday or whatever day you want, you have something that's very important and you'll be about 15 minutes late and you'd like permission. Is that okay? Because they've been asking you to stay. They've been asking you to come in. But now, when you need a little time off, is it going to be granted? Now, they may say yes, and that's fine. But if they're asking you to stay every day, I want you to go right back and see how long it takes them to say no. Now, if they say yes, I want you to still come on in at your regular time and say, oh, I managed to work it out. I'm here. Don't be late. You're just trying to see. Are they going to respect you and give you the same consideration and do for you what they are asking you to do for them? Now, I know you can't just purge your job. You can't just throw your job in the trash. But if you're not getting the same treatment that they're treating you with, it might be time for you to start looking. It might be time for you to start evaluating your next move. Don't do anything haphazard, but it might be time. And if you have people in your life that won't run an errand for you, or you're asking them, can they do this? Can they do that for you? And they're going, oh, girl, oh, guy. It ain't got to be a girl. I mean, this goes for men and women. I am not talking to the women in the house. I'm talking to the people in the house. Okay? Because this is not gender specific. This is not sex specific. This is not age specific. Okay? This is people specific. All right? So if you got a guy and you always got your bros calling on you, hey, we need to move something. Can you help? We need your truck. We need your truck. We need your dolly. We need your muscle. Find a reason to need their muscle. They ain't got a truck. They got a back. You need backbone. You need they hustle. You need whatever it is they got. And see if you get it. Because sometimes we are so eager to be the one, and we feel that we need to help everybody. I fall into that category myself. I love, love, love to help people. And sometimes I find myself putting the things I need to do for myself to the side. You go ahead on. No, go ahead. Come on now. Jesus. Sorry. I'm trying to cross the street. And they got these random taxis. I don't know where they come from. You hardly see taxis anymore. They got these random taxis. And every time one come, I know they could be being nice. They're telling me to go ahead and cross the street. No, I want you to go and I'll cross the street when you go. I do that to all cars when I'm walking unless I'm already in the street. You go ahead and go because I don't want no accidents happening. And that's just me. I'm not stepping out in front of your car. First of all, you staring at me. I'm not stepping out in front of your car, so you can either watch me walk across the street or you can start gingerly pulling off. Not happening. At any rate, what at what cost is your kindness, and is it worth it? Is it worth it for you to be tired, be disengaged with your life and the people that really matter in your life because you are being overly nice to whomever you need to be nice to? Think about that and embrace the change. You can't, it is so true that you cannot take care of anybody else if you do not take care of yourself first. It is not being selfish, it is being sensible. Okay? If you need to take a bubble bath in the evening, find a time to take a bubble bath. Let everybody know it's your time. If you are a young mother, okay, maybe that time will come when your children have been asleep. You've put them down for the night, then it's your time. It's not time for you to, oh, let me see what Aunt Millie needs because the children gone to sleep. Or, okay, I can drop the kids off at school. Let me go get the groceries for Sally Sue. No, you're not going to get the groceries for Sally Sue. And I understand Sally Sue may need to eat, but you can send Instacart to Sally Sue if need be. All right. Now, I'm not saying that if you have a family member or someone that truly needs you and they're not even asking, you help those. But I'm asking you to write it down and figure out what's necessary and what's abuse, what's necessary and what's someone using you. Okay? You cannot continue on that path. I'd rather help the world than help myself. And sometimes I have to say to myself, you can't help everybody. And another thing, last thing, I know I said that a minute ago. Last thing, helping people that really need help. You cannot help them if they do not want to be helped. You can offer your advice, you can offer your assistance, you can help in many ways. But if they are not ready, might as well be just like drinking. That's why when people go to AAA, first thing they have them do is stand up and admit, I'm an alcoholic. All right? That's the beginning of the program. You cannot heal until you admit what's wrong. And believe it or not, that goes for emptying the trash in your life. Until you're ready to stand up and say, this is BS, this is trash in my life, and it's time for me to stop and take the trash out. The trash will continue to pile up. All right. Y'all be blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you Thursday. Love you all. Don't forget, leave me a comment. And I'm gonna be uploading a regular video this week sometime as well. So y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure you got your notification bell on. It's a beautiful day today. Happy Tuesday. Love y'all. Bye bye.